welcome to USC.
We're excited.
USC. Thanks for being here. Let's talk about just real briefly, like, where are you from, where you grew up?
I'm from Del Mar, California, and happy to announce I've been coming to almost every USC home game for 25 years. So I did not attend USC, but I sometimes say I do during football games. So
Not as much this year, but in past years, yes.
we'll talk about that later.
And Dan, where did you grow up?
I grew up in Maryland, right outside D.C.
Okay. And you guys met in college, so talk about sort of where you went to college and how you guys met.
Yeah, so we both went to Brown together, and I was working in a computer science research group for a while, and basically doing in the academic environment what became social networking later on. So sort of a lot of the predecessors to Facebook and Twitter and whatnot. Unfortunately, we did it in an academic world and should have really built it into a company, but at the time I was doing that, it was the internet winter. So I was talking about a lot of this with various friends, telling them what we were playing with, showing them stuff. And one of my friends came up and said, there's this guy who's talking about the same sort of stuff, but he's more interested in like the business and marketing, and whatever angles. I don't know quite what it is you guys talk about, but it all sounds the same. You have to meet. So he introduces me, and we started talking. There's this guy basically who every day at Brown pretty much is wearing.
Wait. I want to
yeah.
ask this. So you came from Del Mar to Brown.
Yep, that's correct.
What did you major in?
Economics.
Economics,
Yeah.
you majored in.
Math and computer science.
And so you met this guy before you say his nickname. Sort of paint the picture. Paint the picture.
Okay,
What should I just
I'm going to paint the picture.
Okay.
I want it. So I meet him, and it's the middle of winter in Providence, Rhode Island. You may not all understand it, particularly those of you who have lived in California all your life, but it's always blizzard conditions. There's snow everywhere all the time, and there's this guy who, in the middle of the snow, all the time, always is wearing rainbows, swim trunks, and a USC T-shirt. Okay, so his nickname.
Hold on. So you're at this great Ivy League school with a lot of bright people around, and the
not very good football.
The technical people. So I'm sure they have some really creative ways to describe you. Really like dorky technical names. What was Brian's nickname in college?
So it was a bunch of New Yorkers who whenever he come up, he said, "Here comes the California fuck." That's what he was known as.
True story. True story.
Now, it turns out that he still actually does usually wear the swim trunks and flip-flops and the SC shirt, which Andrew who works with us can attest to. But whenever there's something that's videotaped, and I mentioned to Brian that this was taped, both Brian and I get calls from Brian's mom, like, this is, you can't do it, it's unprofessional. So Brian's mom is like the cultural force above any of this.
She says to me each time, "You're no longer 21 years old, Brian." And so inevitably that means you wear pants and boots and a collared shirt. So
I can now see why Dan actually wanted you to come so badly. I think this is sort of like going to be a little bit of getting even for some.
And I think if we're doing a good job on a panel, hopefully you see areas we agree and disagree.
Yeah.
But
we'll disagree.
Yeah. But yeah, hopefully useful stuff.
Yeah.